The London system has become one of the most popular chess openings for white due to its simplicity and the fact that the white player does not have to worry very much about what black does. They keep playing the same moves over and over again, following the system. And today, we're going to learn how to punish that mindless move repetition by applying a very good structure with the Leningrad Dutch Defense. So I have the chess.com analysis board open here, and we're going to learn how to punish white when they play the London system without thinking about every move they make. Let's take a look here. So the London system starts with the same moves, and usually the players who play the London system, they repeat the same moves without thinking very much. They're going to play onto d4, they're going to develop their bishop, then they're going to close the diagonal and protect this pawn. They're going to develop the knight. It's always the same. They're always going to play the same moves. Then c3, the knight here, maybe the order changes a little bit. Then they're going to castle. That's pretty much the London setup. This bishop is going to come here to this square, and they're always going to play those same moves for the first part of the game. And we are going to punish that. So they have to think every move instead of just playing the system moves without thinking about the moves they just played. Okay, so your opponent is going to start by playing d4, and you're going to, of course, play the Dutch defense, which is a very powerful opening, especially against the London system. So here, white's going to continue with their plan of playing the London system and develop the bishop, and you're going to develop your knight behind the pawn here on f6. Okay, so here you already have a very good control over this square, and the idea here is to disrupt this white development by setting up our pieces in a way that if they follow the setup of the London system, they're going to end up losing a piece and in the end losing the game. They're going to follow up with the same moves of the London system. You already know what they're going to play. They're going to play e3, and you're going to develop, actually, you're going to push your pawn here to g6. This is the Leningrad Dutch, the classical Dutch. You play e6, and in the Leningrad Dutch, we play g6, and then we put the bishop here and castle. In this case, we're going to delay castling a little bit, so our attack works a little bit better. So white's going to continue with the plan of the London system by developing the knight. We're going to develop our bishop to g7. They're going to put the bishop here. Now they are ready to castle if they want. But you know, the next moves for the London system are mostly going to be c3 and knight here, okay? And then they're going to castle, and pretty much that's the London system setup. That's how they usually play, okay? So we have still 3 moves to go. And from now, we're going to play the move d6. And with d6, we're preparing this advance, this advance here, okay, on e5. That's our main idea. So we can advance and try to push here, trying to fork white's pieces. That's going to be our plan. But we're not kind of ready to play this move yet. We need to prepare it a little bit better. So white's going to continue with the same moves, you know? They're going to play the knight here, and then c3, and then castling, or maybe they're going to change the order a little bit, but that's usually the moves from the London system. And here we're going to develop our knight here to c6. Again, one more time, adding more pressure here. We're going to advance with the pawn to e5. That's going to be our next move if white allows it. And here, white's going to continue with the plan. All those moves, guys, if you search on Lichess database, they are the most played moves, the most commonly played moves for white. They always go for the same setup. Maybe the move order changes a little bit, but they are always going for the same setup. They might castle before, or they might play this and then castle, but those are the most common moves. Always top 1, top 2, top 3 choices. All of these moves are the most commonly played ones. And here, in this position, we're going to strike in the center, okay? And here, we're threatening to advance and fork the pieces here. And in this position, we're already winning. If you turn on the evaluation here, you will see that we're already winning in this position. And in this exact position, If you look on Lichess database, you will see that 80% of the time white's going to take this pawn because they are just afraid of this move, forking the pieces here. They're just afraid of that move. They're going to take this pawn 80% of the time. Okay? And that's what they're going to do. They're going to take this pawn. And by doing that, they made a very, very uh, deadly mistake. And this game is beyond salvation for white. We are already winning this match. So we're going to recapture the pawn here, attacking the bishop over there. They're probably going to try to take this pawn. Miscalculation here. If they take the pawn with the knight, we take the knight here. They take our knight with the bishop, and take a look, guys. This bishop right here is hanging, so we're going to take it with our queen. It's basically a free piece for us. And white's going to, it's already paying the price for playing its moves without thinking about them, just following a system with ready moves to play. You can just play them. You don't have to think about what black does. That's the price you have to pay for not paying attention to your moves. Okay, now here, white's probably going to try and take this pawn here because they think it's a free pawn, right? So I better take this pawn, right? And try to get some material myself. They're going to take the pawn. Of course, we're going to castle here to protect our king. They might try this check. It's not going to work a little bit. We can just sidestep with our king. It's not going to be a big deal for us. And they might try to castle themselves. And when they castle like this, castling long, they're preparing a little attack against our queen here, so we have to move it away. So here, we're going to just slide the queen up here, okay, to this square. And white's probably going to try to take this bishop away from this square, move it away, and try to, recover. Just took the pawn now. He's trying to go back. And we're going to develop our last piece here, the bishop. Remember, this bishop is protected by the queen, so we can, attack the queen here. We're developing this bishop with tempo. It is protected by the queen. So they have to move the queen. Here, we are up material, so we can trade. And this is a great position for us. Engine loves this position for black. If we turn on the eval bar here, you can see that is, beyond salvation for white. We are just winning this game. And this is how you crush the London system with the Leningrad Dutch. And the Dutch defense is already a sound opening. If you want to learn it and play against d4 with against any other opening, it's still a very sound opening to play. Okay? And guys, if you liked this video, if you learned how to destroy the London system with the Dutch defense Leningrad variation, and you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to post much more videos about openings and chess in general. And thank you very much, guys, for your support. And I see you guys in the next one.